Hello and welcome to Mabinda TV. So for now, this is all about I'm looking at the three leaders that will have made Africa a superpower. I'm looking at the three leaders that will have made Africa a superpower. Remember, to be a superpower, a country needs to have political power, economic power, and social cultural power. So that's what you need in order to be a superpower. That is, a country needs to have political power, economic power, and social cultural power. So for political power, I think that goes to Muammar Gaddafi. That goes to Kwame Nkrumah. Remember, Kwame Nkrumah coined the term that seek ye first the political kingdom and everything else shall be added unto you. So, of course, the young pro-African Nkrumah government was overthrown by the CIA. Remember, Kwame Nkrumah was the founding president of Ghana. So basically, his young pro-African government was overthrown in a CIA-led coup, of course, while he was on a visit to China. So that's a political power that goes to Kwame Nkrumah, and of course, he wanted Africa to have political, he wanted an immediate union of Africa. He did not want this incremental union of Africa that some African heads of states were advocating for. He wanted an immediate union of Africa. So that's Kwame Nkrumah, where basically I give him the political power that is seek ye first the political kingdom and everything else shall be added unto you. So that's Kwame Nkrumah. Basically, I think he did what it takes, but of course, then you had the Afro-Caribbean George Padmore. The Afro-Caribbean George Padmore basically believed so much in the vision of Nkrumah that he thought he would be the one to liberate the black race. That is George Padmore. He thought Nkrumah would be the one to liberate the black race because of what the black people have been through. So of course, and then of course you have when Guinea was about to get independence, what did France do? France basically came along and uprooted railway lines, banned schools, banned hospitals, uprooted roads, and basically left Guinea with nothing as punishment that Guinea should pay out for the fruits of colonialism. Of course, France has this rule that basically you should be able to pay for the fruits of colonialism. I think France believes that it brought civilization to the black people, and of course, that is also what is happening in Haiti, basically, where Haiti was slapped with a $50 billion by today's amount. That is then in 1825, that was $25 million that Haiti was slapped with. That is to compensate the French farmers. So basically, you can see that basically France has a very big stronghold on Africa. So basically, Nkrumah extended a loan, not a loan, a grant of 10 million pounds, that's billions by today's amount, to Guinea to be able to maybe make up its finances. Of course, maybe that is why Nkrumah was overthrown basically at home. Maybe some of these people did not like that at all. So you have Kwame Nkrumah that is seek ye first the political kingdom and everything else shall be added unto you. So that's Kwame Nkrumah with political power. And then economic power, that goes to Thomas Sankara. Remember, he ruled Burkina Faso for just 4 years only. That is Thomas Sankara. He ruled Burkina Faso for 4 years only, and in those 4 years, Burkina Faso had developed. He traveled a motorcade of just 3 vehicles alone. That is Thomas Sankara. He traveled with a motorcade of 3 vehicles only, and I think that it should tell you all what the kind of simple lifestyle he led. Of course, he removed Burkina Faso from dependence on IMF and World Bank loans, and maybe that is what made him to be assassinated eventually by his friend and compatriot, that is Blaise Compaoré, with the hand of France in it. So once again, France hand on Africa. So this France hand on Africa is a big stranglehold on Africa, basically trying to make sure that Africa does not develop much. So you have Thomas Sankara basically being assassinated because he wanted economic independence for Burkina Faso. He changed the name from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, the land of upright people. That is what Burkina Faso means the land of upright people. So that's how Thomas Sankara changed the name from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso. That is the land of the upright people after the two biggest tribes in the country, that is Burkina and Faso. So that is it. And of course, African prophets are always killed. I think the people that last long in power in Africa, I think they are Western puppets. I don't think you will last long in Africa if you attempt to develop your people. So that's it. You have found economic power that goes on to Thomas Sankara. Of course, there are many other contenders such as Patrice Lumumba, and of course, he also advocated for that his minerals are not benefiting his people, and of course, that is how then Belgium, France, and the United States saw the end of that is Patrice Lumumba. So that's Thomas Sankara economic power, and of course now in social cultural power, that it goes to the anti-apartheid liberation hero, that is Steve Biko. Steve Biko basically coined the term Black Consciousness Movement. He started the Black Consciousness Movement so that Africans are proud of their identity, they are proud of their culture, they are proud of everything that they do. So basically that is Steve Biko, and of course he was killed in apartheid. I have told you that if you are for your people, then the West will kill you. If you are not for your people, then they will let you stay in power. So that is Steve Biko. And basically that is Steve Biko taking that social cultural power. He wanted the black is beautiful, black culture is beautiful, black culture is awesome. So that's how Steve Biko then rose to prominence. So you can't let me know on which three leaders you think propel Africa towards being a superpower. You can't let me know which three leaders you think propel Africa to be a superpower. So you let me know or not you think that is. So that is bye for now. Till the next time. Bye for now. You can also read my article on the the hyphen star.co.ke. You can read my article. It was the same, that is the hyphen star.co.ke. So bye for now. Till the next time. Bye for now.